Hello, YouTube, and welcome to Milwaukee, Wisconsin, site to race number 21 of the NRSL Hooters Series, season number 4. And joining me in the booth yet again is Stephen Pod III.
Hello, guys, and this is a familiar sight here.
Front row today is the same front row that we had a couple weeks ago at Lime Rock. It's Ty Pollard on the pole alongside Mary Shelley. Jessica Shelton, the points leader, will start in third alongside William Brock in fourth. Row 3 will see Henry Williams and Jonathan Zorline. Row 4, Sam Young and Jerry Shelley. With row 5, PJ Williams and Johnny Gardner. Here's the rest of the starting grid as I hand it over to Steven.
So I've never seen this version of Milwaukee. We're running the '08 version. I've only seen the newer one. The newer one, it's a lot of comers and going, and it's a lot of passing. The bottom line is king. So coming to this race, Jess is just in her own league at her own. So Ty Pollard, Hunter Braxton looking for a good run, hoping Jess wrecks out, and what the field does not want to see is Ty Pollard or Hunter Braxton wreck. The wild cards, a lot of people have one win, so everybody does. As
we literally only have one repeat winner all season.
As the 4 and the 88 of, remember who's in the 4 and the 88 Louvier start last.
Alex May, our defending champion, is in the 4 on that final row. Jessica Shelton has a 346-point lead over Ty Pollard. It is 2 full races between the 2 and the 21, the teammates there, as here comes the command.
Drivers, start your engines!
Hunter Braxton, Kev Shear, Sky Commons, Mary Shelley, Sam Young, and Jerry Shelley, Amanda Shelley, and Zach Flickinger are the top 10 points. Kev Shear is 448 points back. He is 3 races behind the points leader. And the onboards that we will carry will start with the points leader. Carrying the Chevy onboard is Jessica Shelton. Carrying the Geico onboard is Mary Shelley. And the AutoZone onboard is Ty Pollard. Hunter Braxton will carry the Dodge onboard camera today. Kev Shear, the Ford onboard. Sky Commons, the free credit onboard camera. Sam Young, the hefty onboard camera. And finally, Dylan Young will carry the Toyota onboard camera with that Great Clips Toyota back there towards the back of the field. As the field comes off turn number 4, the pace car will pull off. And the Miller High Life 250 is green.
Now, if there's going to be pit stops, that pit road is going to be very interesting, too, as Jess is already looking at the bottom of Ty Pollard.
I don't think we're going to have to deal with pit stops.
Now, like I said, being on that yellow line is king, and there'll be a lot of comers and goers in this race for sure.
Although it's Mary Shelley who will get out to the early lead, she clears Ty Pollard down the back straightaway.
As we have flashbacks of Lime Rock intensifying.
Battle for third right now between Shelton and Brock.
Everybody looking like really clean right now on the start, and that's actually the first time we've seen that 5 scheme this year.
Yeah, the Lowe's Mexico scheme that they've got here.
Definitely making it 3 wide. Oh God, that's not going to work.
As William Brock and Henry Williams had their cars pushed up the track, luckily the field got back to 3 wide and 2 wide off of turn number 2.
Just like we'll see, but it looks like William Brock way up the hill. Nice drive by Jerry Shelley not to crash.
Yeah, Brock looks like he's got a handful under that one car right now as Johnny Gardner makes the move up the middle.
Oh, no.
And this is going to be a wreck. And, yep, Sam Young's around as well as the 77, and that's the big one. Alger Baranowskis is in it. Someone went flying. That was Paul Swanson.
Well, we have an onboard there.
Amanda Shelley is in it, the 36 car. Dylan Young's in the middle of it. Mohammed Zain Abdullah, they wrecked again up here.
Oh my God, this is insane.
And coming off turn number 4, it was Mary Shelley leading under the yellow.
Well, Hunter Braxton's up to 10, so that's good for him.
And will they plow? Baranowskis, a lot of damage there. That number 20 card. Zach Flickinger with damage. He was 10th in points. Looks like some damage to Zorline's car. William Brock with damage. Johnny Gardner we saw around. The 03 we saw in the air.
Arc brakes.
We got platform behind. Then Ace Rogers with damage. William Flickinger to 27. Looking, Oriole Pollard, Jerry Shelley's on pit lane. James Qualls coming off pit lane, as well as Sky Commons is on pit lane. With
Tough
that,
break for Sky.
Yep. With that, let's take a look at what happened to bring out the yellow for the first time today. And we are back. Johnny Gardner being a little ambitious here into turn number 1. Made it 3 wide here. William Brock with the tight race car pushes up the track. Jerry Shelley tries to put a nose in there, and 4 wide off turn number 2 was just never going to work. Contact made between the 22 and 33. Down into the 01, they clip. Jonathan Zorline gets turned around in the 77.
Tough break for Zorline. Just ahead of the wreck and got taken out. And then 03 back there got Arca braked hard.
Yeah, we're going to try and check out what happened there. Alger Baranowski slams the 33. Is it going to be Zain Abdullah?
Yeah, Zain Abdullah did not stop for the wreck.
Oh, my.
Yeah.
There's Amanda Shelley.
The
How does Becky Lynch make it through this? There's Sky Commons. He's going to slam into the 33.
Dylan Young wrecks. That's on the onboard camera there.
Yep, Dylan Young got turned around by the 27.
Zain Abdullah did not use the brakes at all.
Oh, actually, he hits Daniel James, the 18. Zach Flickinger runs into the back of the 52 car.
Everybody can't see through all the smoke, the engine smoke. Big, huge wreck.
And up here, James Qualls, who makes it through the original wreck. Baranowski slams the inside wall, comes back up the track right into the 26, right in front of Hunter Braxton.
Hunter Braxton saw his third place in points flash behind his eyes.
You mean in front of?
It's too late at night for this shit.
So a massive wreck here. Let's take a few onboards of this one and get back to the restart. Onboard Hunter Braxton.
Well, he kept his foot in it.
Onboard Kev Shear. Onboard Dylan Young. And finally onboard Sky Commons. And we are back. Drivers out of the race after that last incident. Amanda Shelley, Jerry Shelley, Sky Commons, Mohammed Zain Abdullah, and Zach Flickinger. So that'll be a big hit in the points for Flickinger, who came into this one 12th. Although Zain Abdullah was 11th in points, and he's also out. Mary Shelley, Time Pollard, Jessica Shelton, Henry Williams, Stephen Paul III, Max Anderson, Kyle Matthews, Kev Shear, Preston Plord, and Hunter Braxton are the top 10. It's Becky Lynch, Samet Ozkan, Tim Randolph, Alexander Rowe, Jonathan Zorline, William Brock, Chris Washer, Johnny Gardner, PJ Williams, and Charles Sanford, the top 20. Paul Swanson, Alex May, Sam Young, RJ Reynolds, Sheila Shear, Bafod Sacco, Ace Rogers, William Flickinger, Enzo Nereza, Isaac Flickinger, the top 30. And showing you the rest of the racing order there as the pace car is off. And we're back to racing on lap number 8.
Well, since everybody's not double file anymore, we enter. Whoa, here we go.
Shelton making the move on her teammate there in the 21.
Oh, this could be interesting.
Well, remember that we saw him make it work when it was 2 wide. It was 4 wide was the issue. They even made 3 wide work too, so.
As I see a bright red 89 coming in the picture.
Remember, that's the scheme he actually won with at New Hampshire, as he goes up the track now off turn number 4.
As once again, we still have the lobster in the powerhouse.
Max Anderson maybe trying to make a move on the 89. Will make it into turn number 1. As
Good
time.
moves, like,
Go
look
ahead.
at that. 89 got the run.
As Time Pollard also cleared the 2 car off of turn number 4. Shelton now makes the move once again. Looks like that 2 car is faster than the 21.
That is not what anybody in this field wanted to hear.
Well, the problem is she might be faster as the caution flag is out again. A big crash off turn number 2 involving the 22 and the 59 car.
And Time holds on to second.
And Anderson got 5th away from the 89 car.
Yep, as just don't plow.
A little bit of a stack up, but no plowing at least.
Looks like Johnny once again got ambitious or got taken out. We'll see what happens.
Well, I said off turn number 2. This might have been off turn number 4, judging by the way that the field was running there. As James Qualls takes his car behind the wall. Let's take a look back at what happened to bring out the yellow for the second time today. And we are back. Well, here's what happened coming off turn number 4 with Johnny Gardner. It's going to be contact from the 63 car of Charles Sanford. And Johnny nearly got him back there. That's the 22 sliding back up the track right into the path of the 59. Dylan Young gets a piece of it.
Dylan Young's getting another onboard camera.
Well, a little bit more damage this time around as nowhere for James Qualls to go.
Yeah, full on ARCA brakes.
I don't really think there was much he could have done there, in all honesty. As with that, let's take an onboard with the 38 and then we'll go back to the restart. Onboard with the 38.
Contact right there.
And we are back. Zachary Fitzwater, Johnny Gardner, James Qualls out of the race after that last incident. Running order now is Mary Shelley, Time Pollard, Jessica Shelton, Henry Williams, Max Anderson, Stephen Paul III, Kyle Matthews, Kev Shear, Preston Plord, and Becky Lynch, the top 10. Hunter Braxton, Smed Ozcon, Tim Randolph, Alexander Rowe, Jonathan Zorline, Chris Washer, PJ Williams, William Brock, Charles Sanford, and Sam Young are the top 20 here for this restart. Not yet to halfway, as had a couple quick incidents early on so far as pace car will pull off. And we are green once again on lap number 14. A little bit better restart this time for the 21 car.
And he is definitely going to get down the inside of Barry, trying to revenge that loss of line rock.
Oh, no. Contact between the 21 and the 7.
No, oh my God.
Wow, contact and oh! The controversy!
There goes the field!
Oh, jeez!
The whole field!
Oh!
What just happened?
I can't believe what I just saw!
Charles and me are speechless. I don't know if it's 2:20 or in the morning or what. That's
Jessica
insane.
Shelton now leads under the yellow as she... That was out of character. I am being honest. Wow.
Well, I'm going to ensure a 500-point lead after this race, baby.
Jessica Shelton just took out second in points.
What in the hell just happened?
I can't believe that. Let's take a look. I mean, we'll take a look at what happened, but we just saw it there. Jessica Shelton turns in, or I guess got tight or something. I don't know. But she gets into the 7 and takes out the 21 in the process.
We might see every onboard available using this record.
Well, as promised, here's what happened.
Not happy the way Time Pollard raced her, and Mary Shelley, the unfortunate victim.
Jessica Shelton gets into the 7, turns her down right into the 21.
You know, I'm having Portland flashbacks.
And just nowhere to go for the field. The 5 is in it. The 10 gets into it here with the 21. The 89 of Pollard's going to get damage.
Who's not involved, like Mike Joy says.
The 24 is going to get damaged from the 48, turning him into the 10.
Oh, my God. Kev is on the brakes, but he's still going to get hit by Becky.
The 16 hits the 21. Braxton gets hit into it and gets hit from behind.
Alexander Rowe doesn't hit.
The 15 gets into it. You know what? Alexander Rowe misses it. Yeah.
The 6 got
6
involved.
Misses it.
91.
The 91 gets involved. I think the 63 drives through it, but he's got damage from a previous wreck.
The 60, RJ Reynolds is just
41 is
chilling
in it. The 03's in it again. 18,
got
the 20. Just unbelievable scenes here in Milwaukee. Let's
This
take
is
a
one of
few
the biggest
onboards.
wrecks of the series history. Oh, the team meeting at RCR is going to be great.
And with that, let's go back to the restart. And we are back. Jessica Shelton is your race leader over Henry Williams, Stephen Paul III, Kyle Matthews, Preston Ford, Mary Shelley, Hunter Braxton, Kev Shear, William Brock, and Becky Lynch now the top 10. Becky Lynch actually looks like she has a pretty clean car there. Jonathan Zorline, Sheila Shear, Samet Ozkan, Alexander Rowe, PJ Williams, Charles Sanford, Sam Young, Alex May, Bafod Sacco, Chris Luvier are the top 20. William Flickinger, Enzo Nereza, Ace Rogers, Isaac Flickinger, Max Anderson, Oriel Pollard, Paul Swanson, Dylan Young, Daniel James, Time Pollard, Algie Baranowskis, RJ Reynolds, Chris Washer, and Tim Randolph is the running order here for this restart, as we are not even yet to halfway.
Now let's see what's going to happen on this restart.
As pace car pulls off, and the green flag is back out on lap number 19.
Yep, as Stephen Paul III underneath Henry Williams there.
Yep.
Did not expect that with the damage.
Well, 5 up the track, he's also damaged too, so there's that. As look at the lead the two's already got.
Well, it's time to pack this series up, boys.
As right now, Henry Williams trying to fight hard on that outside line for second. And he will actually clear the 89. Preston Ford going for fourth on his teammate.
Yep, Braxton entering the picture, so it's not all lost for points.
I mean, but...
Whoa!
Oh, Mary Shelley nearly gave us flashbacks. As Braxton with damage to the right front of his car. Problem is, Braxton was 383 points back coming in as the caution flag waves yet again. This time it's Dylan Young.
Well, we actually going to see some racing today, boys.
Oh, God!
Well, there goes second in the points.
Time Pollard flipping down the front straightaway.
I hate it for my 21 guys.
Sam Young's got damage now in the 01. He's hit something.
You know, is this race the Mill Highlight 250 or is the Wreckfest 200?
It might be the Wreckfest 250 at this rate. PJ Williams also on pit lane. Let's go and take a look back at what happened this time. And here's what happened this time. Sheila Shear is going to push up the track off turn number 2 right into William Brock. So nothing really Brock could have done here, although maybe lift. I don't know.
Yeah, well, and then bam. Well, not too much harder than the one just drives right through her.
And PJ Williams makes some slight contact.
Nice job by everybody to avoid her. And then Time Pollard ends up dying.
Oh, well, no, Dylan Young died. Daniel James also gets a piece of it in the 10, or in the 18, I mean, and then the 10 also hits him, so.
And then what in God's green earth happened? Oh, nope, that's not what happened.
Well, he's going to find himself in a Dish Network sandwich here. That's one thing that's going to happen.
Well, that happened.
Yeah, that happened. Right at the end of the safer barrier, too.
And luckily, there's a little fence there.
Yeah. So,
well, the promising day started after a second and first the last 2 weeks at leading a few laps. Time Pollard is done.
yeah, so that is going to be it for his day, and we'll have fewer cars now for the next restart. So, let's go back and see what happens, see if anyone's got anything left for Jessica Shelton here today. And we are back. Only retirees were Time Pollard and Dylan Young under the yellow. Jessica Shelton is your race leader over Henry Williams, Stephen Paul III, Preston Plord, Kyle Matthews, Mary Shelley, Kev Shear, Hunter Braxton, Becky Lynch, and Jonathan Zorline. Then Samet Ozkan, Alexander Rowe, Charles Sanford, William Brock, Sam Young, Bafode Sacco, Alex May, Enzo Nareza, Oriel Pollard, Chris Louvier are the top 20. William Flickinger, Paul Swanson, Isaac Flickinger, Ace Rogers, Daniel James, Chris Washer, Alger Baranowskis, RJ Reynolds, Tim Randolph, Max Anderson, PJ Williams, and Sheila Shear. The running order of those that are left on the racetrack as the pace car pulls off. We're past halfway. That's the good news.
Yes, it is, really.
Green flag is back out on lap number 25.
As let's see if Plord got a good restart.
Yes, he did, the 48, and Henry Williams actually kept up with the 2 car a little bit there.
How about 3 Henry cars in the top 5?
Yeah. And Kev's going to make a move on the 7 there for the 6th position and actually clear him. Or clear her, I should say.
The outside groove working pretty good. A lot better than I thought it was going to go.
Yeah, it's worked out really well as Mary Shelley fights back on the 16 there. And we made a green flag lap.
Oh, we got to get it. We'll get a picture of that.
At some point, maybe, yeah. Either that or at the beginning of the race, one or the other where no one's damaged. Preston Plord now completes the pass on the 89, and Kyle Matthews is going to try and follow through as well, and maybe grab 4th away from the New Hampshire winner.
And then it'll be like we saw at Indy with Roush. It would be 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, all Henry.
Yeah, behind the lone RCR car left in the race.
Yes.
As looks like Pollard's going to be able to hang on to 4th. Well, maybe not.
Well, 89's stuck on that high side.
As Matthews now clears, and Pollard going to have to hang on and fight off Kev Shear now for 5th.
Well, when we said we wanted another repeat winner, we did not want another repeat winner in this form.
One of those things where it's be careful what you ask for.
Literally.
As did the caution just come back out? Yes, it did. Alger Baranowskis has gone for a spin.
And we're going to rack them up again, boys.
And meanwhile, Preston Plord, whose car looks fairly clean, going for 2nd on his teammate.
Plord is the Pocono winner.
Yep. Yeah, that car actually does look really clean.
Yep. As he's going to cope through the smoke and pass Henry Williams, who Henry Williams won a race this year. I don't remember which one, though.
North Wilkesboro.
Correct.
And Kyle Matthews, the lone Hendrick car without a win.
Well, not surprising.
Well, actually, he did win 3 times last season.
That is surprising.
And looking through the field, looks good there.
Looks like a pretty simple wreck for Baranowskis.
Yeah, let's just take a look back at what happened, and we'll take you back to the restart. Well, 2 strikes on Sheila as she's going to turn the 20 around off turn number 4. It has not been a good season for Alger Baranowskis, and it just continues.
And we can confirm that Baranowskis is still in the 20 car here at Milwaukee this year.
Mm-hmm. As Baranowskis came in with 1,500 points, he was 42nd, and he was 150 points back of 41st.
Yeah, it's been a really bad year for them.
It's going to get even worse now as Jessica Shelton continues to lead. Let's go back to the restart. And we are back. No retirees under the yellow. Jessica Shelton is your race leader over Preston Plord, Henry Williams, Kyle Matthews, Stephen Paul III, Kev Shear, Becky Lynch, Mary Shelley, Jonathan Zorline, and Hunter Braxton, the top 10. Samet Ozkan, Alexander Rowe, Bafod Sacco, Charles Sanford, Sam Young, Alex May, Oriel Pollard, Chris Louvier, Enzo Nareza, and William Brock, the top 20. Chris Washer, Paul Swanson, William Flickinger, Isaac Flickinger, Ace Rogers, Daniel James, RJ Reynolds, PJ Williams, Sheila Shear, Max Anderson, Tim Randolph, and Alger Baranowskis, the running order.
Now let's see. The 48's been pretty strong. Can he make a move on Jess here?
And that car looks fairly clean as well. Although not a good restart because Shelton gaps him a little bit there. Lap 33 on the board. Back.
There he comes, coming off the corner here. 89 trying to get underneath Kyle right there.
Well, Preston definitely not falling back as much as some of the other ones have, although Shelton has a comfortable lead, at least a little bit over Preston.
Let's see if Steve Paul continues to fall.
Preston not going to help his case, I think, off turn 4 there. And Becky Lynch trying to make a move on Kev Shear down into turn 1. Nearly got the dive bomb to work.
As 48, he's still there.
Still there, but it looks like Shelton better on corner exit than the 48 maybe. Or maybe that's just better in turn 2 versus Preston might be better in turn 4.
For sure. It's the 2 car looking really strong right now as we're still under green.
Yep, 2 laps complete so far. There are 6 laps to go at Milwaukee.
48's there for sure. If we can just keep it under green, I think he's got a better long run car than Justin.
Well, he's got a shot at it at least, although we'll see what Shelton can do if Preston does, in fact, get to the inside of that 2 car. Catching him has been one thing, passing has been another today.
Sure, bottom line is king.
Caution is out as Sheila Shear has gone around.
The tough break for Sheila Shear continues.
And 17 spins. We're under yellow once again. Let's go back and take a look at what happened. And we are back. It's Daniel James in his debut race that's going to make contact with the 9 and the 17. And around goes Sheila Shear.
We have, instead of Vickersism, we have Sheila Shearism.
Max Anderson gets a piece of it in the 10.
Sheila's been involved in 4 wrecks now. Tough day for Sheila for sure.
And with that, let's go back to the restart here and see if we have a single file or double file restart for this one. And we are back. Lights out on the pace car means a 1-lap shootout out Milwaukee. Jessica Shelton loving that one as she is the race leader. Preston Plord is 2nd. Henry Williams is 3rd. Kyle Matthews, Becky Lynch, Stephen Paul 3rd. Kev Shear, Mary Shelley, Jonathan Zorline, and Samet Ozkan is the top 10. Hunter Braxton runs 11th. Alexander Rowe, Bafod Sacco, Charles Sanford, Sam Young, Alex May, Oriel Pollard, Chris Louvier, Chris Washer, and Enzo Nareza the top 20. Paul Swanson, William Brock, William Flickinger, RJ Reynolds, Isaac Flickinger, Daniel James, PJ Williams, Ace Rogers, Max Anderson, Alger Baranowskis, Tim Randolph, and Sheila Shear. Worth mentioning, we haven't got a chance to mention it at all today, but the 66 with a new paint scheme this week, and unfortunately it has not gone entirely up to plan.
Now let's see who gets the jump.
Pace car is off, and we are back to racing. It's a better restart this time for the 48.
It definitely looks like a better one. Can he get to the bottom? It's going to be tough.
Can he get to the quarter panel of that 2 car is the better question.
It looks like he... Oh, God.
Not off enough. Turn 2, at least. Down the back straightaway they come for the final time. Becky Lynch makes a move for 4th.
He's going to... Preston's got to really throw it in there.
Oh, he tried to, but it didn't stick.
Not at all. And for the first time since Hunter Braxton at Charlotte,
Jessica Shelton wins at Milwaukee, a repeat winner in the Hooters series.
And she's going to have a 400-point lead after this race.
It certainly feels like it, doesn't it? As rest of the top 10, Preston Plord, Henry Williams, Kyle Matthews, Becky Lynch, Stephen Paul III, Kev Shear, Mary Shelley, Jonathan Zorline, and Samet Ozkan as Sheila Shear's on pit lane.
Poor Sheila. For the love of Christ. Bad races, Sheila Shear.
She actually finishes, though.
Becky Lynch's only second top 5 of the season right there.
Yeah, there was a point where she was top 10 in points. We thought she was going to be able to put a run up for making the chase, but not to be there. 19th in points coming in. If you're down here where I'm about ready to show, I feel so bad for you.
I feel more bad for Time Baller.
Steven, your final thoughts on this one?
Well, definitely a lot of crashes. Sheila Shear happened. Mary, Jessica, and Time is going to be an interesting thing. We're going to be talking about the next few races. And Jessica has an over 400 points lead in the series. So luckily, we only got 6 races to the chase, so we don't have this anymore. Hopefully not. And we finally have second
It's
winner
actually
on the
only
season.
5. This is race 21.
5 races left. Good run by Becky. Good run by Hendrick. Definitely showing some muscle right here. A few races to the chase if they can get their cars in there. Good run by Steven. Next weekend, we're at Michigan, so it's a draft-related setup. And unfortunately, Jess won in the Cup Series at Michigan last season, so expect even more dominance next week.
As Jess picks up top 5 number 11 and top 10 number 14 in 21 races so far this season.
The next highest is 8.
And that is Mary Shelley. So actually, the next highest is now 9.
Cough, cough.
Not sure why you're coughing. I'd like to thank you guys for watching. I'm sorry for the Wreckfest race. I never really like to bring you guys those. The only reason we ran this percentage was because I'm pretty sure in testing the if I went 1 percentage lower, then there was literally no passing at all for any spot, especially for the leads. So I didn't want to bring you that race either. Leave a like if you did enjoy this one, though. Subscribe if you haven't today for more gaming and racing related content. I'm Gordon Fan 201. This has been a production of the NRSL. I'd like to thank Steven for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time.
I'll see you guys for the Cup race.